Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Vital to the future of you all. Good evening, and good morning. How is everyone? I hope you're all well. I have had a day. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I have had a day. I am not well. I don't know how long I'm going to go, but I am not well. Maybe I'll do a couple of hours. I hope to. I hope to. Anyway, but I am not well, and I know why I'm not well, and I have had a day because of it. And but it's synthesized, right? It's synthesized a couple of my areas of my life into one idea, which I'm just decompressing, literally right now, right? Decompressing right now. And I think I will share with you. You know, this is a good opening to a show. So there's a lot of YouTube gold I've been given over the last 12 or so hours, right? So where to start? Here, 1 second. I'll go. Where is it? Doink. Is it that? Yeah. Fine. So it all started innocently enough. Let me share the screen. I'm really not well. I'm genuinely not well. There we go. All started yesterday. Back when I was putting this video out, yeah, and I actually recorded this video yesterday, and I put it out on the same day because I thought it was really worthwhile to get out, right? And so, you know, we're talking about multiverse, right? So I wanted to do alternate doctors, and I want to do like kind of cool and interesting ones. So I got Don Martin here. I thought he was always a good bet for an interesting alternate doctor. And man, his cosplay is awesome beyond awesome. Oh my god, I was so impressed. That's a rabbit hole I went down for a long time, right? It really, really super impressive, right? Juliet Landau. I know the female doctor didn't go down so well with Jodie. Okay, I hear it. And I don't think I would like to see Juliet Landau permanently play the doctor, but I wouldn't mind seeing it as a doctor in an alternate universe special one-off, right? Oh, yeah, why not? I'm over that. But it seems to be kind of fun. Like we're doing multiverse, yay, right? Anyway, so my mistake was several mistakes, but the mistake I want to talk about was this: I mistook, and I do this a lot, and we all do this a lot. Dom's clear creative brilliance, right? A very, very creative, talented person. And again, cosplay. Oh my god, so much thought goes into this, and I love the way he poses. He really I normally like cosplayers with their boobs, you know, like kind of jiggling around, right? That's what initially drew me to the world of cosplay. I'm like, but I'll tell you, Dom really sells it, right? Fine. But so I confuse that clear talent, very, very strong talent, for perception, right? It's such a shame. It often, although you also got to factor in. I'm being a bit judgmental because he's very young, right? And the people I've been dealing with today are all kids. They're all kids, right? They're all kids. But man, I can't remember if we were like this, right? This sense of entitlement and this like ironclad belief we're right, right? Even though we're wrong, right? And it's like they're so convinced that they're right about it. It's so bizarre, right? But anyway, I think he tweeted at me. He said, any particular reason to use me? So here's what's going on, I believe, right? I think the evidence of your eyes was like not a big deal. This is I'm not being I'm being reasonably complimentary to all concerned. This is something I would like to see, right? That's it. I don't think there's any other inference any sane person can take out of it, right? I've looked at it and said, yeah, no, this is just really being quite polite, right? I think. Anyway, listen. Although he was upset, I used his image without permission. I'm like, yeah, fine, whatever. I mean, honestly, I think if you put your image out there, you put your image out there. If you want to watermark it or something, I hear it. But like, I don't think you had a problem with me using the image, right? I think the problem was that his prejudices, his assumptions about me, are that I'm a Islamophobe, right? I'm almost, that's what it seems like, right? That's what it seems like. Because, I'm just not on board with throwing people out of being mean to people and assuming people are bad because they're not on board with shooting couples casting. That seems a bit extreme. I mean, listen, if they've always been a bit racist to me, yeah, okay, I get the point. But if they've all been kind of like normal, reasonable people, they have a normal, reasonable point of view, which they do. Their normal, reasonable point of view is the character has been white for 80 years or 60 years, which factually that is correct. Now, I feel that's a much more expression of the changing British demographics, right? I think the most sense for a first black guy to be Doctor Who would have been number 6 after Peter Davison. I wish I could go back in time and whisper that to John Nathan Turner in his ear, right? And he'll give you like, well, because you can probably get a better actor as well, right? As a bold choice, I think. Listen, unless he's racist, which I don't think he was. I have never seen any evidence that he was. I think he would have gone for it. I just don't think he thought of it, right? But that really would have, I think, been the sweet spot for the first black Doctor Who. But not that it matters. But anyway, I'm just like, it's their point of view, and they are factually correct. And at no other point in their life have they demonstrated being a racist dick. So I asked them, and they said no. Happy to be a different character, a heroic Time Lord, dying the Doctor's brother, right? Whatever, I don't know, Cyborg. But they feel that character, right? Again, not my point of view, but live and let live, right? Live and let live, which is my point. These kids cannot live and let live. So anyway, his prejudices said I was taking the piss, even though there's no way a sane person could. So he came first here, said, why did you use it? So he said, well, something like, given my prior work, right? I thought I might be mocking him. And again, I don't know what he's referencing, right? I mean, a bunch of people threw up, and they do it. They throw it out as proof. The thumbnail where I did the 20 minutes was a shorter video because I thought it was important to do. Speaking about, is it racist to not be happy about shooting couples casting? And the basic point of that message was, well, if you're saying the Doctor, a black person can't be the Doctor because the black person couldn't do that, that's totally racist. Yes, that is totally, completely racist. And no one's going to argue that it isn't, right? If you want to say the character, for me, I don't feel that fits with my definition of the character. That's another conversation to be had, right? Right. But basically, the point of that video was peace and love, baby. Let's all be tolerant to each other, man. So how does this tie into my greater life? And I think this is the important bit, right? Because I always ask myself, why did God put me here, right? Why did God do that? Because I believe in God, right? I do, right? I think everything happens to you for a reason, right? I think if you imagine your life is a piece of art, right? You are a piece of art, and whenever you get these bumps in the road, whatever they are, be the highs, lows, stress, whatever, right? This is God kind of painting you, brushing you, making you into, giving the opportunity to be the ultimate version of you, right? And I totally believe that with everything that happens in life, right? And even if I'm wrong, it's not a bad way of going through life. Anyway. So I'm like what's going on with this? Like what? Like what? No. What the Cyrus? Oi, Ladu, right? If I want to speak in the tongue of my tribe. Anyway. I tell you, don't get excited for the tongue of my tribe. They don't go many places. Oh, hello, Daisy. My dog just came down. Yes, you okay? You okay? Yes, you are. Anyway. So I'm doing this theological study right now for 50 days called the 6 constant mitzvahs, right? The mitzvah is a commandment from the Old Testament. We Jews, we Orthodox Jews think there's 613 of them. A lot of them are like really like to do with agricultural law and things like that, and a lot of them are to do with the society, right? How to make a good society. What is it's an interesting blend of socialism and capitalism, right? Anyway, I digress. But you have six of them, which form like your interpersonal relationship with God. Which is part of you 24/7, right? So these 6, I'm on the last one right now. So the first one is believing in God. That's actually a commandment. To have faith in God is a commandment, right? Why would God ask you to? Why is it meritorious for somebody to? I'm just assuming if you're an atheist or an agnostic, you may well, why is it meritorious for somebody to have faith in God? Surely, if I was an unscrupulous person and I was making a religion, I will put it as a tenet that to believe in that religion, right? I would totally do that. Why? It shuts people up, right? So here's the tautana. Here is the circular logic, right? The circular logic is because that argument exists. Believing God anyway is basically that's a kind of like pure faith, right? That you that is meritorious. The way you can do that is by you look at the wider the wider. But anyway, that's the first one. It was the second one is don't believe in anything else has any power other than God, right? You know, that's basically idolatry. Don't so they think it's money. Daisy, are you okay? Oh, she's slicking my feet. Oh, you lovely doggy. I got the air conditioning on down here, which is probably why she's here. That's why I left the gate open. So third one is knowing God is one, and that's a mind-blowing one, right? It's a really mind-blowing one. It's basically it's understanding what infinity is, right? If something's infinite, there is nothing disparate from that, right? Everything is part of infinity, right? Everything is connected, right? There is nothing. There's no individualism. It's illusionary to a great degree, which is why the fundamental thing that God wants in the world, right, is for us to like each other and get along with each other and be different and friendly, right? That is what, if you want to boil it down, that's what God wants, right? You know the pass you give yourself when you screw up and you go, well, because of this and that, and we all screw up and we all give ourselves a pass. When nobody's watching, we all give ourselves a pass, right? God would like you to give a pass like that to other people, right? That's the ultimate world that God wants. Why? Because God is infinite. They're infinite. Nothing is disparate from God, and the more we emulate that, right, the more godlike we are, right? So that's the third one. So then you got love God. How can you be commanded to love anything, right? Well, basically like this: love and hatred are all really to do with how what you focus on, right? Yeah, most people are equally dicks and equally nice, right? But like some people are a little bit more dickish, some people are a little bit nicer, right? But most people are like, about the same, right? So how is it we like some people and don't like others? Because we just focus on things. Normally, it's things that are familiar to us, or things that we saw in a parent that became our ideal of goodness, right? And they embody that, so we end up loving that, right? That's what love is, and ignoring the negative traits. Fearing God. Well, fearing is understanding that God can handle your balls anytime he wants. But also it's much more of an awe, right? It's like this when you understand that you're important, but put yourself in the context of a greater reality, right? You when you focus on how big and how complex the universe is, it blows your freaking mind, right? And that's the kind of awe. Yeah, that's a bit fear of God, right? It's like breathtaking. But so now we're on this final one. I was trying to get my head around it, which really ties into the situation, in my life, right? And it's do not go over the desires of your hearts and your eyes, right? So so the question is asked. The question is asked. What's wrong with that? I mean, like the heart wants what the heart wants, baby. Right. So what this is basically saying is a couple of things, but it's basically saying is that you are the heart is the captain of the ship, right? The heart drives you, right? So it's saying your heart should be informed, and being informed means you receive data, which is your eyes, right? Your eyes should inform your heart, right? Reality should inform your heart, and because your heart is going to drive you, no matter what. Your heart's always going to drive you. So anyway, so this ties into a third thing, right? Which I think brings everything together. I think it's really pertinent, right? So my wife was talking on Shabbat, right? And like she doesn't like. I don't know how we always get in this conversation. We do often, right? When we talk about how awfully controlled the universe is by social media. Right, it's like they are hypnotized. My wife doesn't really understand it or doesn't see it. She says, look, I read my Facebook feed, there's people sharing their pets. It doesn't really affect me. So I was trying to say it's not really like that, right? Facebook and Twitter and whatever, they create a cloud of truth, right? This cloud of ideas, this cloud of data, right? And they curate that cloud, right? They curate it, and they make things that are false appear to be true, right? And true appear to be false, right? And so, and she says, well, why does that bother you? Like, why does that upset you? And I was like, that was a good question, and it really did stump me, right? And that's the one that I've been thinking about for the last few days, and now everything's been I tied it all together, which I'll tell you right now. So it was this. It was what bothers me is this. Like what? Oh, that dog's gone good. I'm always scared I'm going to roll over them. Right over there, hey, Daisy. I'm always going to roll over them with my chair. Especially the cat always freaks me out. Anyway. Why does it bother? Right. So okay. So what essentially do I believe the Bible to be? Right. Like what do I think it is? Right. And what's its function? Right. Well, what we're coming up to this holiday on Sunday. It's going to be Saturday night, Sunday, which is commemorates God appearing at Mount Sinai. You know, imagine Monty Python. And then we. Hello, Daisy's back. Hello, Daisy. That's when he bestows the Bible. Well, the bits of the Bible, all the bits that happened up until that point, I believe. Right? That's the way I think it went down. Anyway, why? What's the freaking point of it, right? What is the point of the Bible? Like, why was it created? And what it is, it's a document of morality, right? This is the template, and that's what we have all these stories in, all these laws. It's a template to understand what morality is, what is moral and what is immoral, what is good and what is bad, right? It's a guidebook for life. Yeah, and the stories are like illustrative of the ideas that run through it. Like if you read it just as literature, the first book of the Bible, Brazier, it essentially starts with the question: am I my brother's keeper? Right? Cain says of Abel. So where's your brother? Like, am I my brother's keeper? Right? And then the whole vibe of the book is, the whole essence of the book is ponders that question: are you your brother's keeper? Oh, there's the cat. Hello, and the dog. Hello. I hope you're not humping each other. There you go. Good. Anyway, am I my brother's keeper? And the answer by the end of it, you get with Joseph and his brothers. Yes, you are. You are your brother's keeper. You need to care about each other. Right? That's important. That's actually the most fundamental, most important thing in the world. Yes, you do need to care about each other. And the story they give to illustrate that is Joseph and his brothers. Now, Joseph and his brothers hated Joseph, right? They hated him. And they dicked him over and they destroyed his life. Literally, right? They were going to kill him, right? They absolutely hated Joseph, right? And Joseph was always the better man, right? He was always, and it wasn't turning the other cheek, right? It wasn't that at all. But they hated him because he was the better man, right? Because everything he did succeeded, right? They sold him as a slave, and he ended up like becoming the head of the household he was sold to, and then he was thrown into jail because he wouldn't shag the wife of his owner, and he became like the head of the jail, right? You know, it's like he just succeeded everywhere, and that's really why they hated him, right? So and they really dicked him over, right? So he has this whole thing where he dicks with them for a long time, he doesn't realize they don't realize it's Joseph, and he keeps wanting to realize it's him, right? And he like, because they come to Egypt for food and they don't recognize him, right? And he takes one of their brothers. He takes the youngest brother, Benjamin, right? And he's waiting to see them fight for him, right? They're waiting to see him stick up for him. Hello, Daisy. Daisy and Ninja's over here. Like, hello, Ninja. Okay. And eventually they do, right? Awesome scene, right? Awesome scene when they're basically about to go to war, right? And I always wanted to do this as a comic book, right? I would love to do the Bible as a comic book, right? But there's a scene where basically the 10 brothers lined up, right? And then you had this story earlier with was it Shimon and Levi, where they end up like castrating a town and taking them out. They're insanely violent. I actually would love to do it as a spaghetti western, right? And they're known as being like the most awesome like battle duo ever. So you can see the leader in Yehuda's like raging away at Joseph, not knowing it's Joseph. To get his brother back and about to go to war, right? You can see, I can imagine like giving each other a glance and they both like unhooking their swords, right? Like undoing the brother's swords. And then I see like, then I can imagine like one by one, they each do it, right? And you had 2 of them took out a town. Like, so 10 of them, they're going to take out Egypt. It's going to be off the charts, right? It's going to be the most awesome season finale, effects heavy, but budget heavy, battle. It's going to be fan-freaking-tastic, right? I mean, so much better than anything you've seen in the MCU. It's going to be awesome, right? And it's about to kick off, and they're about to pull this sword. And Joseph says, "I am Joseph. Is my father alive?" They realize, right? They realize that it's Joseph, and they're like, they think he's going to kill them, right? And the thing is this: he wants them to know that he can kill them. He wants to know he can do, but he gives them homes and he looks after them for the rest of their life, and they still don't trust him, right? That's how much you are your brother's keeper. That's how essential that is for life. That's how primal that is, right? That your brother matters, that your fellow person matters, right? That's a central idea. So why do I care about social media, right? Why do I care about social media and just this falsehood, like pervading the reality? The information cloud is lying, and it's making people. Why? Why do I hate it? Because it's taking advantage of this thing of not going after your heart and your eyes, right? It's like it's feeding you false information to take control of your heart, to take control of you, right? It's slavery, man. It's the worst thing in the world, and they don't even realize they're being made into slaves, right? So So what really crystallized me was this thing today when I put it, because I am now swarmed, and it wasn't a swarm. There's under 30 of them. It just seems like a lot, right? When you go, well, another. Actually, I will say there's one guy who he's a smart guy. Here's the thing. This is why I hate it, right? Just like Dom. Dom's a smart, and I think he is, because he's so talented. There's no way he can be that talented without being smart, right? And clearly very talented. So, and the guy's doing today, he was a smart guy, right? They're young, but this guy was able. Finally, after having a Twitter spat, we actually got talking, and that was really good. I really wanted to come on the channel because I fundamentally disagree with him, right? But here's what I want to understand. I want him to understand. I think he will understand. He'd say, no, here's what I think will go down, right? If I get him on the channel, I think people who are reticent about shooting Gutwer as a doctor will understand why it's so important, right? Why they feel it is so important, right? The people who do feel it's very important, I think they really will. And it's, I think the more we understand each other is a very, very important thing. It's a very, very good thing, right? So I'd love him to come on the channel, But hopefully he would hear, even if he disagrees with me, right? I would like him to know that me, and I think basically everybody watch it, right? Everybody in the fandom, everybody really has everybody's best interests at heart, right? And that's the problem. They just don't believe we do, right? Do you remember Planet of the Apes, where at the end, Charlton Heston says to the young ape, says, "Don't trust anybody over 20 or whatever it is." That's what they really don't. So I was talking to this guy, and I worked out that in 2015 he was like 15, right? Now 2015. If you were an adult, then you remember we lived in a perfectly blended, ethnically blended society where everybody was visible, right? Where everyone was visible, you know. And it was like nobody was upset. But like the idea of somebody being upset at Mickey dating, right? It was weird, right? It wasn't even like annoying. Nobody would be outraged. We were like, what? Wait, what? That's crazy, mate, right? That's insane, right? Why? Because we all live in the world. It was perfectly, and it was like that for years, decades. I understand, you know, racism. That certainly was a thing when I was growing up. 100%. You know, homophobia, 100%, right? The queer bashings were going on when I was young. Yeah. Was I on board for it? No. Right? Nobody my age was, right? So we grew up in this world. We grew up wanting a world without racism. And then basically lived in it for 15 years or so, right? We like, hey, we're all friends. Hey, oh, Barack Obama, I'll vote for him. Yeah, why not? Why? Right? We lived in it. And then all of a sudden, this generation of kids, and they were 5 when Rose was on, right? They don't know. They don't even. They've been brought up with this fake cloud of data telling them bullshit, telling them that that we're at war with each other, right? Telling them that we hate them, and they believe because they live in it. They live in this cloud of lies. And I'm not blaming them for it, right? Okay. We got there's a concept in Judaism called Tinat Shenishba, like a kid that's been kidnapped, right? That's the kid that's been kidnapped, and then he's returned back to you, and he's like, you know, he's a big like, you know, I want my side of bacon now, please, you know. And they're like, we'd like to gefilte fish, you know. So actually, that actually happened. Oh my god, this poor okay. Super religious guy, right? So I mean, he's actually he became religious, and he became super religious with the big, you know, the curls, they go pay up down here, the hat, the whole thing, right? The whole super, and he's like scrawny. He's so Jewy, right? He is the most Jewy Jew ever. I can't remember Yankel Finkelbaum, whatever. I can't remember whatever the most Jewy thing. He is super Jewy, right? So he marries this girl who was also wasn't religious, then becomes religious. Right, and then a couple of years later, when they got a kid, she says, "Yeah, this Jewish thing isn't for me. I'm going back to my estate in Newcastle." He's like, "Was is this?" So now he goes and visits the kid. Oh, the kid's got like bone coming out of his chained, version of antichrist. And he's like, "Would you like the kefir? Would you like the chicken soup? We have Canadian look." So there, Tinat Shenishba, right? You're not going to hate the kid. The kid's been kidnapped and raised in falsehood, right? And that's what happened. So this is a major synthesis, right, of my life, of things that I've been working on, right? And so yeah, it's a shame. I mean, I hope that guy comes on, right? But man, these kids, this is what happens. Their eyes have been hijacked. The data they live in has been hijacked to make them hate us, to make us hate each other, to hate anyone who doesn't believe 100% what the prescribed thing is to believe that day, right? They've been programmed to literally hate us, right? Anyone who questions, anyone, they've been told to think that we hate them. It's like, and it's like we got. I hope we were able to deprogram this. Right, but it's that's what's going on, right? So I you know, just be tolerant, guys. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. After being like I was a major dick. Back. I mean, all fair. Don't think I had the better part of valor, mate. No. I was. Okay. Here's what you do, right? If you're in if you want to end Twitter fights quickly, right? Here's what you do, and it works. Oh boy, it works so well. Everybody on Twitter, especially these kids, they assume a persona, right? And they pretend to be that persona. So there's one guy saying, "This is wholly unacceptable. I demand a retraction." And and it's like, I'm like, dude, why are you talking like you're in a 1930s boarding school? He's like, because I think it looks cool. Until you mentioned it. No, I don't like it anymore. Blah, 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 blah. The one guy I'm glad I did it to though. Like this one guy, guy had this like, I don't know. He sounded like an extra from the Sweeney. Oi, you mate, you rumble my mate on my manor. Oh yeah, God, what not wrong side of England. So I was very busy. I didn't have time to get back at Caustic Bar. But when I was going to, I thought, yeah, I better look his profile first. You know. There you go. And he's like heavily disabled. So I'm like, yeah, not touching that one, baby. Whoa, dodged the bullet there. That's the other thing. I mean, like, good God, if they're not living, if they're a sane person living in this fake cloud of data, they've been told we're at war with each other, right? And that's what's going on, right? Don't even delude yourself. Like, why were all those race riots happen? Because they didn't like Donald Trump, essentially. Not they, the people who run social media. They don't like Donald Trump. That's why those race riots happened, right? That was a demonstration of their complete control over us, right? And could we fight it? No. Because they control it. We need a two-sex mechanic because they are not giving up this power without a fight, mate. I want to be clear. I'm not volunteering to fight, but they are not giving up this power without a fight. Oh man. So yeah, but anyway, when that all went down, I woke up this morning. I was sick. I was like, ugh. That's what it was. It was a stressor. But like, thank God. This understanding, this synthesis, this understanding of reality, is it worth the hassle? No. I'd rather not know, mate. Ignorance is bliss. I'd rather not have gone through the whole thing and be totally ignorant on this. Oh my God. Yes, that is what I would like. If I had that choice, that is 100% what I would do. Fine. Let us get to the chat. Well, let me pull up some something you can look at. Do I have today's thumb? I should have today's thumb up. Oh, man. I am remiss. 1 second. Slap my thigh. Lonnie is here. Lonnie, how you doing? I'm glad. Thank you for joining us. We were missing you, right? Dr. Alex was looking for you, and somehow I vaguely remember that it was vaguely remember. Wait a minute, he's away. I remember you telling me, right? So I said, but then I wasn't sure. And then you showed up, so I'm very. I found you. We looked for you on Friday, and then by the time Sabbath ended, they found you. I'm like, there you go. I missed all the party. There you go. I love this picture of Noel Clarke. Poor bastard. Boy, did he have his ass handed to him. Lost 20 years of work in 24 hours. He said, "Yeah, absolutely." I don't care. We were right about everything. Still burn this heretic! Now, on the same side, we do have to be understanding. And they're in a data cloud of evil. There are also evil people. And there is something, that is we will look at. And I thought we needed some eye candy. I did think we needed some eye candy in this. I needed some eye candy, baby. Of course, it's the beautiful Nurse Chapel from Star Trek Brave New World. Still not shit. 4 episodes in, still not shit. I want to repeat that. It's still not shit, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how they managed it, but it's still not shit. And I'm looking forward to the next episode. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Shit. Oh my God. Shit beyond shit. Oh, shit beyond shit, and a lot of it good. that montage at the beginning of the first episode, everything up until what's his name, Ingram Moses or Moses Ingram, whatever. I'm not sure which way it goes round. Everything up until she appeared, it was really good. When it's on screen, it's like imagine you have a raging boner, and if you're a lady, I'm terribly sorry. I don't know if you can imagine that. And then all of a sudden, as soon as she comes on screen, that's it, right? But then, full see what right? That is indeed Obi-Wan Kenobi. The Orville coming up soon. Oh my God, we got a good preview in SFX magazine. Maybe we'll look at that and all the geek news bits to let the piss out of. I don't know if we're gonna get to anything. Oh, let me get to the chat. Okay. 35 minutes in, I got one name down. Okay, one name down. This is an all-time. No, it's not an all-time record. I've done worse. The Sun Rangers today. How you doing, sir? PD Rich, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Always grateful to see you here. The PD Rich is the responsible adult in the room. So, Shamek, how are you doing, sir? Thank you for joining us. I feel like dead today. I was out today. I'm treating myself to an Elden Ring. Cheer myself. I don't know what an Elden Ring is. Hit myself up. After a miserable weekend I've had with my phone and other bad luck. Oh, listen, mate. If you're having a shit time in this time of year, you're doing good, right? You're doing good. This is really like in Big Finish Doctor Who, they had a really good idea once of Rassilon has this thing called the Forge where he like makes these different inventions, right? It's like testing area. So imagine it's like that. Imagine it's like that for reality, right? This is where God creates everything. So if it's giving you a hard time, it's creating you, right? So yes, I know that sucks, right? I'm just getting over a head cold because of it. Darren M is here. How you doing? Thank you for joining us. When my cat considers eating, what am I making? But when I put it down in front of her, she looks at me and goes, "That's not what I wanted." Well, that's what cats are like, baby. That's what cats are like. DC is here. How you doing? My dog prefers socks to other toys. This dog loves stews. Oh my God! And also our couch, we have this big leather couch with like a big L, and we use it. There's patches in it now everywhere because the dog just like 2 or 3 places the dog burrowed into it. But she's very cute. I'm going to say I'm a big softie. Em is here. Hello, sir. How are you? Come on in, Bond. We have work to do. Down. Who are they going to do for the next James Bond? Oh man. Like, okay, if I get this guy on the channel, I can argue against a black James Bond much better than I can argue against a black Doctor Who. Because I don't mind a black Doctor Who. Black James Bond, I think it's a major change to the character, right? Because the character is English aristocracy, essentially, right? And without... yes, you had a bunch of Nigerians came in the 70s, but it's still bloody different. Make another character. I won't watch that. I'll watch an Idris Elba spy series. Fuck off, mate. I like that. You got the squits too, Rabbi. What's the squits? I don't know what that means. I'm not feeling well, but no, I haven't. I've been pooing awfully well. Very firm and long logs. I'm very proud of them. I feel my younger sister wants to be a doctor, a medical one, not a Time Lord, never mind. And she tends to go to Australia where she can earn much more in the UK. That's true. South Africa, as a rabbi, South Africa. I'm not sure don't go anymore. That South Africa was the place to go. You can make a fortune there. But you got to go to South Africa. So I never did. I nearly did, actually. I thought about it. Matthew Burrows is here. How you doing? Thank you for joining us. Matt Jones, Saves Grogu is here. God, I saw a headline say, "Move over, Baby Yoda." Baby Leia's here. Fuck off. If I never see 10-year-old Princess Leia again, my life is fine, right? PD Rich mentions it. We go. X-Man 577. How you doing, sir? Thank you for joining us. Liam Nelson's chin. I will find you and I will kill you. I should be working, but everything stops when I see the Rabbi streaming. I tell you, the Rabbi was streaming this morning. I had a lot of mucus going down, baby. Matthew Rose here. Juliet is lovely. So on Hollywood, Juliet loves the show and is married to an English lady. Yeah, listen. Again, I don't want to see a series of it. I don't want to see, but I will see her in the back. I'll see in a couple of scenes. I'm fine with it. Why not? Yeah, what else we got here? Now whizzing through the chat. Dr. Getting is nice. I think so. Would have been a black guy, yeah, instead of Richard Griffiths or Paul McGann. If you've seen the 90s that never wear with Patterson Joseph, imagine him as a doctor. Awesome, right? Awesome. Yeah, you see, even Jekyll and Hyde agrees with me about Black Doctor in the 80s. Exactly. There you go. Yeah, they kind of baked it in. His point is they kind of baked it in. I can't argue with that logic. That's very fair logic, right? That doesn't sound like I hate black people, right? That doesn't sound like that at all, does it? No. But the bloke I was talking to would say that's unconscious bias, but no, that you proved him wrong, because in the 80s you would have been fine. Yes! Yeah. But they've been programmed to believe we hate them. It's really weird, but it's true. Right? They've been programmed by a data cloud of evil. Paul Tolson, how you doing? Haven't missed the opening rant. Oh man, it was a good one today. I should save that, right? I think I made that into a video. I like that opening rant. That was a good one. I got to find the right place to cut it. Yeah, I'll find a place. Decent said, okay, load a quantum torpedo into launch of V then. They had a torpedo in this week's Brave New World. We are going to look at Brave New World in a minute. I did enjoy that, right? It was a solid episode. Again, my rateometer is this, right? Is if I would have liked it as a fan film, I should like it now, right? You gotta like saying whether you like you don't give a shit, right? Either you're giving a pass to the fan films or you're not for this, right? As a fan film, I love this, right? And I'm doing as much work to get this as a fan film, so there you go. By the way, great fan film, not fan film, a fan documentary is the Deep Space Nine one, What We Left Behind. Awesome beyond awesome. Batty Brothers that lives, well, they are better choice, run a council, but not nationally. So, Lib Dems, man. What can I say? Bring back, if you brought back, what's his name? Hugh Grant, the very British scandal, Jeremy Thorpe. He'll look at the LGBTQ alliance today and say, what the fuck's wrong with you? Weirdos, stop it. Like, I like a bit of anal sex. This diff is insane. Could you imagine? You brought back something from 5 years ago. But Quentin Crisp would think this is off the bloody charts, right? Here we are. Yeah, no, this grooming shit's weird. Catherine Fee is there. Yeah, what? You couldn't tell me. Quentin Crisp be the first one to stop the grooming. Do you remember? We all love Quentin fucking Crisp, like, good God. I just don't think the kids don't remember we live in a non-racist world and they've been programmed by robots to believe we hate them. It seems weird, but that's what's happened. So if you took control of the robots, you could basically get anything now. You can get any message out. Okay, that would have to be. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that's certainly a messianic miracle I could see happening, right? Instead of Mount Sinai, imagine someone speaks to you all directly through social media. Oh man. I'm like, yeah, okay. Take a sword, throw it into the middle mirror and report lightly what thou seest. Man, I love Excalibur. Oh man, I haven't seen that movie forever. Actually, you know what I watched yesterday? I was going to go on Dan's stream yesterday, but I didn't feel. I started to not feel well, right? I wanted to go get an early night, so I was going to go on and talk about Obi-Wan, and he was also about Willow. I'm like, I didn't like Willow in the 80s, let alone now. Piss off, leave me alone. And here's the funny thing: they'll take the piss out of it by Ricky Gervais 5 years ago. Now it's actually real, right? I mean, like, there's so much stuff that I think is parody. The Queen Latifah Equalizer is the most parody thing I've ever seen, right? That's what I think these kids don't believe. Like, the idea that somebody's a diversity hire. Like, why not? Wait a minute. You want to tell me this completely flat two-dimensional character? Apparently, she was good in the Queen's Gambit, Reva, right? But her performance of this is atrocious. Firstly, why not give her a few prosthetics and make her look more Sithy, right? Make her look more evil. No, I don't think they want to mess her up from being a black woman, right? And that's that's what's the name? Casting. Yeah. Was it hiring? I can't remember the name. Deadly hiring? No, that's not the right word. Whatever the bloody word. I can't remember. But yeah, listen. I mean, it's like the character was built to be her rather than she was built to be the character. And then she just gives this like snarling performance with no like. I mean, there's really nothing in that performance at all, right? It's like it's very flat, and it's just it's okay. Say everybody else she's in a scene with, she looks like an amateur, right? I believe she's a good actress. Okay, fine. People say she was good in the Queen's Gambit, but everything she's in there she looks like she's an amateur, and it's embarrassing, but it's true. So yeah, so that's weird, right? That's what's it? Identity casting? No. Why don't I just look it up? Oh no, I don't have that thumb up here. Oh, it's on my last live stream. What was it? It doesn't really matter. Okay, let me go back to the chat. Mr. Jekyll and Hyde is here. How you doing? Everybody just vanished. Dan is there. How you doing? Thank you for joining us. I'll send you a link if you. Although I'm going over Star Trek, which I'm not sure you see. Star Trek is actually very good. Biden, the president's made and missing. Yes, I mean, like, really. I saw a Babylon Bee. I think it was a Babylon Bee. It might be something real. I can't remember. That said, Biden says that mentally impaired people shouldn't have weapons. Says the says the man with dementia with nuclear weapons, right? It's like you shouldn't have weapons of mass. Like, I can't believe he's still president, right? Now, the question is, do you think he's doing the destruction of America on purpose? I don't think so, because I don't think he's that efficient. But yeah, it's incredible. Like, here's the thing: we always kind of assumed that the Trumpy policies would work, right? Just we didn't realize how much and how quickly. And like, yeah, look, a recession's coming, but hopefully, I think things will turn around. Here, one second. Let me, that's the one. Copy the clipboard. Done that. Doink. Doink. There you go. Okay, Dan, I'm sending you a link if you want to. If you're available, join Groovy. If not, it's totally fine. Everything again. I felt bad. I didn't join you last night. Okay, I'm only like 10 minutes away. Mark the Vicar's here. How are you doing? Thank you for joining me. I think we'll start off with Noel Clarke's story. There we go. We're whizzing through the chat. TARDIS time is there. TARDIS time is always a good time. They're still trying to cancel that twat then. Don't these people have jobs? There's just so many of them, and there wasn't that many. That's the thing. There's less than 30. Next episode is called Smock and Mock. I know. I can't wait. Straight well. I'm really kind of I like seeing him with Pon Fart. That sounds like it's going to be a fun episode, right? Okay, fine. Yeah, I'm liking Star. I mean, okay, it's got one smirking lesbian too many. Okay, I can put up with that. For normal bloody TV, I'll put up with a smirking lesbian. God, I mean, who'd have thought we lived in a world where I'm saying I've got too many lesbians? Man, you thought it would be the perfect world, but no, No, too many lesbians isn't the perfect world. Who'd have thought? God, if only they're lesbians. They're just weirdos, right? I don't know what they are. Joseph Salt says, exactly, Mr. Jekyll. I don't know what he said, but exactly. Small Shake, Dune Spice Wars has been fun, especially early access kind of Civilization cross with RTS with Dune. I like Dune. I just don't like those online games. I love the recent Dune. I thought that was basically a perfect adaptation, right? I hope they do 3 movies, right? I hope they do Messiah as well, so we see what's name back again, Jason Momoa, right? Because basically he's all the way through Doom Messiah, right? Doom Messiah, a major plot point is getting a kind of clone of him, right? Tom Hiddleston is the only logical choice for next Bond and Doctor Who. That's how good Tom Hiddleston is, right? He could be Bond and Doctor Who, right? Not many people could do that. It would be a perfect Bond, right? Absolutely perfect Bond. We haven't had a suave, like sophisticated Bond, right? And he'll be charming and funny and sexy, and I know he can bulk up. He'll be great. He's a fantastic, and he'll sell it like shit. I mean, God, people love him, right? Did you love him when he went to like the Marvel, Comic Con when it was fun, right? When he had Marvel at its height, you had Tom Hiddleston in costume as Loki, right? But in character, quite glibly. That was fantastic, right? You can see him so getting into it. Oh, he'll be great. Yeah, that's one of the reasons Pierce Bronson. I always get to say his name wrong. Pierce Bronson. Problem being, always says I say it wrong. Every time. I always get it wrong. He was good because he loved it so much, right? Pastor Joseph would have been great. So he would have been. Up until recently, I think I saw him in when I saw him in the second season of Leftovers. It was in like an episode, I think, and he seemed a bit old then, right? But yeah, listen, there's got to be more than one coming back. I know, but he would have been like he would have been a great 90s Doctor. Anyone hear the rating that miniseries where they cast a black actress Anne Boleyn? No, I didn't. I get it. All of them fail, right? Everything they do fails, and they just say, "Oh yeah, no, people don't watch TV." Then why are you fucking making it? Yeah. I mean, I would love if they just put Discovery, Star Trek Discovery, Picard, and Strange New Worlds on. You'll see one will get ratings and one wouldn't. It's that simple, right? It's really that simple, and that's why they'll never put it on, right? One will get ratings and the other wouldn't. Okay, one of the reasons I like having Nurse Chapel on the cover, right? Other than she's sexy, is there's actually somebody sexy, somebody with feminine, right? It's like it was so weird. These kids are so scared of sex. All just got 8% for Abilene. Obama is telling Biden what to do and what. Yeah, I know, but it's Biden, and he's still. I mean, like, but why does Biden essentially weaken at Bernie's president, right? And Obama's it's Obama and a bunch of people, right? Yeah, he's probably in charge, right? Pretty much in charge. Captain McCall loves Doombug as well. He did, didn't he? In that one movie. Okay, I think we got to everybody. I think we got to everybody. Okay, let's have a quick look at the Noel Clarke story, because this was so funny. Doink. Let me have a look. Yeah, it's fine. But this is on this feed. I'll cover it. Shall I cover it up? Yeah, I'll cover it up for it. There we go. Anonymous. There you go. Sorry, come back. Why did? So yeah, we're going to read the Noel Clarke story in a minute, but listen to this. It's so transparent that culture has become shorthand for I don't want to receive consequences for my abusive behavior. Dude, you were wrong. There was nothing like that. Okay, do you really think Do you really think that he wouldn't have been charged if there was anything to charge him with? Right? Do you really think the Met didn't want that? Of course they wanted to charge him. It's like an easy stat, you know. Of course they wanted to charge him. There was nothing to charge him with. That's just the facts, right? So there was no abusive behavior. If there was abusive behavior, then still good. One second. Yeah, finally, if there was abusive behavior, then you know he would be in trouble. But there wasn't. Speaking of which, I heard that Kevin Spacey's going to jail. So I was like, finally. That's what I kept saying. If he rapes somebody, he really needs to go to jail. That's very bad. I mean, you know, so that sounds pretty bad. There we go. It'll be interesting to see if Clarke suing The Guardian pans out. Oh, it's going to pan out. Oh, yeah, they're up shit creek. They are so up shit creek. What are they going to say? I mean, look, what they can say is, look, we published a story. All right? Everything we said in the story was accurate. Yeah, everything you said in the story was accurate. But you intimated it that the claims were, had veracity. All right? And also, the original I was say they had receipts evidence. If they had receipts evidence, wouldn't they have published? For God's sake, come on, right? So I've got it in the wrong order. Hang on. What ends with decades? Okay, so this person says it's a consequence. Oh, bloody hell, 1 second. Doink. Doink. There you go. Good. It's a consequence of neoliberalism and a sign of fascism. The rich and celebrities punching down and using scapegoats to protect the system that encourages their back. Okay, here's the thing. We have courts and we have a police force. I don't understand, mate, right? We have both of those things. The allegations were without merit. It's just like I don't understand what they like. Do you not think if they could have sent him to jail, they would have done? Of course, they would have done. What was it? Then carry their behavior. This is the stupidest take I've ever read. The system has been criticized for decades, but especially recently. Comparing it to fashion is insulting to those who have a true. I don't know who you are, but you thank you. Cancel culture is stupid, but celebrities have to stop saying it's happened to them when they make when they've made a criminal offense. He didn't, right? As far as I understand, I think this is the other thing. No, I don't think that was. Do you think that's a criminal offense? No, I don't. What do you reckon the first half of that was? This was a well-researched bit of journalism citing woman after woman, example after example. The idea it's frivolous or vexatious is ludicrous. It's not ludicrous. You had a police force investigate it, who wanted to take him down. Like, I don't understand your point. Like, why don't you believe them? I understand. That's just the dumbest thing ever. This article does say that the police aren't pursuing the investigation further. He is innocent as far as the law is concerned, but effectively has been blacklisted. I think this warrants further discussion. Okay, I don't know who you are, but you're right? I don't know who you are, but I do agree with you. Who's it? Oh, there's a cat down here. Hello, kitty. Where are we at to? Before the term couch culture, this would have been people not wanting to work with somebody with a track record of workplace sexual harassment. A completely reasonable start. Yes, but sexual harassment is illegal and the police can therefore investigate it, and you'll be put in bloody jail or fire. You know, like there is consequence if you actually do this. I mean, this is just bizarre beyond bizarre, isn't it? What's that there, Ninja? Yeah. Hello? Can I get you to come out? You say hello? No, you're too comfy. Yeah? You comfy wumpy? Come in, Ninja. There you go. Hello. Ninja the blind cat. Oh, he's cute. 1 second. Maybe I can do a... No, it's too much trouble. I could put my phone on and we can use that as a remote cam. Oh, he's cute. Yes, you are. Oh, he's purring up a storm. Oh, you're a cute kitty. Fine. Where was I? He's like, well, why have you stopped? He's looking at me like, what? Well, I don't understand. I'm a cat. Career will be over with all those allegations long before cancel culture. But nobody would have been felt free to make false allegations. Now, if the Guardian went around and collected all those allegations that were turned out to be false, they are in the shit. Yes, they are. Hello. Yes. Oh, come. Do you want to come say hello? Come in, Ninja. Can I grab you? No, you're being very no. There we go, Ninja. Shh, you're okay. You're okay. Oh yeah. Come on. Do you want to come up? No, he's too comfy. Yeah, 1 second. There, Ninja. Come over here. Come here. Oh, we can come and say hello. Finally. Okay, Ninja, you don't have to stay long. Okay, Ninja, say hello. This is Ninja the blind cat. Hello, Ninja. No, Ninja's nonplussed. Ninja, say goodbye. Okay, here you go. You can go back down. There you go, Ninja. All right. Did he go out? Oh, there you are. He's just laying down next to me. You're okay. He's like, oh, like a bit of cold floor. Wait. It's just stupid beyond stupid. Matthew Powder there. How you doing, Matthew? Getting Campbell saying something that was a bit bigoted for a different time is what cancel culture is. Not this. He did again. He didn't do anything, right? Agreed. I find it stupid to be cancelling people for being where society was at the time. I also disagree with cancelling people with past after they paid their... Oh, this must be the decades after. 1 second. Which one? Where is it? Hang on. That's one right now. Oh, hello. You're back. Hello. Hang on. The second one, was it? After decades, but especially recently, comparing it to fascism is insulting to those faced with eras. That's all they want. All of them just want to be hello. All of them just want to be able to tell the other ones they're wrong. I mean, that for them is the ultimate. They love that. It's so. I mean, for them, that is the best thing ever. It's so freaking pathetic, right? 1 second. Another hour, maybe. Fine. Let's have a look what Clarke had to say for himself. Because, like, honestly, oh God, he's probably just nauseating. There we go. Are you back again? Oh no, you're in the door. Share screen. You're okay. Oh, hello. Yeah, you can be there. It's okay. Sabora's home though. She's gonna be mad that you're down here. I'm telling you now. My daughter's not gonna be happy. She thinks I'm trying to steal the cat. I'm not. I'm like the grandparent, right? I get to play with him and give him back. It's great. Best thing ever. Fine. Noel Clarke on suicidal feeling. Do you remember when they said we got to change society because a very small group of people felt suicidal? I imagine people who have been tortured like he has are maybe even a bigger group, right? compares cancel culture to McCarthyism, 100% what it is. And like, it was amazing, isn't it? His track record of inclusivity, him being black, none of it. It's not even they gave him a pass. They didn't give him a second, they didn't give him a pause for a second. They didn't stop for a second to go, maybe we should think this through. No, they went in with glee. 20 years of work gone in 24 hours. I hope you sue them for everything you get, for everything they got, right? I do hope you do that. UK and TV film star Noel Clarke has spoken up about his so-called cancel culture, and McCarthy has revealed that he had suicidal feelings after sexual harassment allegations against him. I'm sure you did. Listen, here's the thing. I don't think Noel Clarke needs to talk people into sleeping with him, right? I think he's probably, I don't think he needs to use a bit of, what's the word, harass, whatever, force. In an interview with the UK tabloid Daily Mail, the first after London's Metropolitan Police decided not to investigate the claims against him. No, they decided not to investigate them any further. They investigated them thoroughly. And what did they find? There wasn't any claims. Nothing could be substantiated. They would lose this case, right? Because it was, most of the things weren't criminal. Like, one was at a rap party, a woman did the a cartwheel, and Clarke took a picture, and her legs were in the air, and her knickers were showing, right? So he was just showing it to people and was giggling. I don't think he meant to take that picture, but when he took it, it was funny. I was like, okay. Dickish behavior? Yes. Criminal behavior? No. Very bloody different. So because of that, right? Things like that, and not that many. Clarke said 20 years of work was gone in 24 hours. I lost everything. The company I built from the ground up, and he did build it himself. My movies, my show, my book deals, the industry respect I have, my heart and my head in it has been damaged me in a way I cannot articulate. I bet you're right? I bet you're right. You know what? Make a movie about it. I think people should see the shit you were put through, right? I think you should make a movie about it. I will watch that. There's been no arrest, no charges, no trial, no verdict, but I've been criminalized, Clarke added. And this is the form of modern McCarthyism. And it's so convenient as a black man, isn't it? See, this, I believe, if I get this guy on my channel, right, I want to tell him, don't trust white liberals, mate. All they're interested in is using him, for their to feel good about themselves. That's all they're interested in. White liberals do not talk to black people like they're people. They always dumb down their words. Not always, disproportionately a lot. They dumb down their words. The fall from Swift, the fall was swift from April 2021 from multiple sexual misconduct allegations merged against Clarke, best known for his starring Doctor Who Bulletproof films Kidulthood and Adulthood. The allegations first published as part of an exclusive investigation by UK tabloid. Let's see how your fucking investigation pans out, right? Oh God, I hope the Guardian closes, right? I hope you end up owning the Guardian. Oh man, I'd love the Guardian to close. That'd be funny. Oh, I wish somebody would buy it and turn it into a right-wing tabloid. And then, well, it still says Guardian. I don't see any difference. It's all the same. You're being pedantic, right? Love to see them lose their shit. No, it can't. It's fundamentally. Oh, what? It's fundamentally changing it. What? It's a platform. What? Oh, really? You think that's bad, do you? Oh. You liked it with everything you did. Then it was something you care about. You've lost your shit. That's the thing. You can always tell. People can't stand being treated the way they treat others. Hypocrite cunts. I mean, really. Anyway. Allegations was an expensive investigation by UK newspaper The Guardian spanned several harassment, unwanted touching and grouping sexually inappropriate behavior and comments on set, professional misconduct, talking and sharing explicit sexual pictures. No, and oh my God, that was a lie. And videos without consent and bullying between 2004 and 2019. If there was anything there, they would have shopped him. Idiots. Okay, I have a guest in the green room. I don't know if he's ready. He may be putting on makeup. Okay. I'll tell you what. I'll wait to see your camera go on. Okay. How about that for a plan? Although I don't. Here, 1 second. Now I've got to make this page a bit smaller so I can see it. Okay, fine. Okay, let's go back. So let me know when you want to come on. Just turn your camera on or let me know in the private chat. Following allegations against him, BAFTA had conferred an outstanding British contribution to cinema. Walter Clarke has suspended his membership and withdrew the award. The actor also lost deals with all three media and super indie backers of Clarke's production company, Unstoppable Films. But apparently, they weren't entirely unstoppable. Unstoppable Film and Television, UK broadcaster. ITV pulled out Viewpoint, and Clarke, the actor, was also accused of harassment on the BBC Doctor Who 8 years ago. He wasn't. That was John Barrowman. Oh man. Oh, just down for a second. I mean, like really, I don't believe it. It's 1 second. It's I think they're telling porcupines, right? 1 second. So anyway, 14, my camera's off, so I will not be in any way different to my guest, my role guest. You know, some people have normal plebeian on their channel. I am honored. I have royalty on, albeit somewhat embarrassing royalty. It is, of course, Bourbon's King of the Geeks. Fresh, a little bit silly. Camera off.
Yes. Yeah, I'm all over the place, but yeah, I thought I'd come on and have a chat to you and see what Noel Clarke's naughty Noel has been up to, or maybe not, because there's no evidence, no charges. But yeah, maybe I'm just being...
What's he been up to? Bloody nothing, mate. Bloody nothing. Did you hear about my Twitter day?
No, mate. I've been sort of offline most of the day. What have you been doing?
Listen, I had a half-hour rant at the beginning. I'm going to release it as its own video. It's a good one. It was a really good. Basically, I synthesized, right? Yes. What was wrong with social media controlling the world and controlling truth in the way they do, right? And essentially, it's like this, right? They imagine information's a cloud, right? And that's basically what it is. It's a cloud of information that everybody gets from social media, right? Mostly. Now. Yes. So that cloud is curated and it's lying. It's telling you that true things are false and false things are true.
Yeah.
Right. It's so this kid I was talking to through this. I'm not going to even go through this. Right. Not smart guy. Right. Smart guy. He was like 22. Right. So I realized when it was 2015, he was 15. When it was 2005, He was like 5. Right. He doesn't remember what the world was like. He doesn't remember that essentially, like you and me, we grew up where being racist was weird and we didn't like it. Right. And we weren't into it and we really didn't tolerate it. Right, that's how we grew up in the 80s, right? And then by the 2000s, we ran the world, right? We took over, and we essentially made a post-racist world. Like nobody really cared anymore. Like
I always felt so. I always felt that was accurate.
Right. Yeah. I mean, nobody talked about it. It was like nobody put down. Nobody was kept out of work. You know,
mate. If Ncuti Gatwa had been cast as the Doctor 10 years ago, nobody would have said.
Nobody would have blinked. Right. In fact, to prove that point, I was saying in the 80s instead of Colin Baker, that would have been the perfect time for a first black Doctor. Right, probably. And even Mr. Jekyll and Hyde agree, right? And who doesn't like because he's been white for 60 years, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But 20 years, okay, we can talk. And he was like, it's a good point, right? So, but here's the thing. These kids that spent their whole life living in this data cloud, basically in 2015, right? They've been programmed to believe we hate them. And anybody who doesn't think like them hates them and is evil.
Yes. Seems
And
that
that's
way.
really it. That's really it. So what happened was I did a thumbnail with like alternate. I did like a multiverse. So I was doing alternate doctors. I had what's his name in a blue jacket, and I had Juliet Lando. I had Dom was it Don Martin on it. He had a great Sixth Doctor cosplay.
Yeah, I saw.
Cosplay is awesome. Like so he was. So basically, this is what happened with him. His brain told him that there was nothing wrong with that thumbnail, and I was being respectful and nice to him. Like he didn't mind that I used it without permission, right? That's just like
Yes.
he would rather I didn't use it. I understand why, because he's in this data cloud of insane people that think because I disagree with his worldview, I am therefore evil. So this
is Dominic Martin himself that spoke to you about it.
Well, he didn't make that big a deal about it, right? He really didn't, but you could tell he wasn't happy, right?
Yeah.
Because his heart was, I am evil. I must be evil because this is how he's programmed to believe. But his mind told him that I will. Well, I'm not like so. He squared it that way, but his cloud of people, oh man, they were not all day on Twitter. I actually got a couple of people I was talking to, and it was like a good conversation. So I'm trying to get one on the channel.
Yes,
but
I can imagine that Dominic would have taken it with a pinch of salt and may have been quite amused by it. Usually,
completely. It was completely my identity, right? We all know that. Let's not pretend, right? So I don't bear him any ill will. I genuinely don't. I spoke very nicely about him in the in my rant at the beginning. Like I believe he's an intelligent, talented person.
He's a nice guy.
He's so talented, right? I spent an age going down a rabbit hole looking at his cosplay, all of which is awesome. Right, and he poses as intelligent. He makes his own character, but it references the who's cosplay. It's fantastic. I love his cosplay.
Yes.
So anyway, that it was basically an epiphany where I put all these things together.
Well, you can see them. They behave as if, I've been told that you are the bad guy. You look like the bad guy. You're saying the kinds of things that bad guys, I've been told, are saying. You must be the bad guy because somebody's got to be. And you and I know that generally most people
are the bad guy. Well, because why? We weren't brought up in this state. We don't live in it. People who live in it believe it programs them. This isn't accidental. Us being at each other's throats is not accidental. It programs them to do that because conflict keeps people on platforms, right? So that's why we're programmed to be in conflict, and also they're all massive left wing, socialists. So they heavily weight it to one side of the equation, which also keeps people on the platform, right? I mean, it's
we saw how proprietorial the left are about that space as soon as Elon Musk started circling it.
Oh yes, it's true. They were not happy about that.
No, it's ours. It's ours. We have control of this public square. How dare? And you could see that as soon as there was any chance that he was going to buy it and take it over and rework it, they weren't, as with all leftists, they're not prepared to stay and have the conversation. I'm leaving. I'm going.
That's another sign. But why? Because anybody who is not of the body is evil. This is what they believe, and why they not because they've been made crazy by social media.
Yeah, and it's leftists that, and I don't like polarizing people between left and right because I've been both over the years, I suppose. But the left, they're the ones. They're the ones, Rabbi. They are the ones who create echo chambers because they're the ones that shut down communication. It's always the same.
People more conservative on the right often look at different media sources. People on the left never do, right? Never. People on the left always often dumb down their speech when they talk to black people or non-white people. People on the right rarely do. It's like there are these studies from. It's embarrassing. But
I can believe it. I can believe it. Yeah.
Anyway, here, let's get to this. So I want to get back to this article. It doesn't have long to go. Clarke was taking about, okay, he lost 20 years of work in 24 hours, he said. Right?
Wow.
Is that so? Basically, talking about now. If we don't need the police and judges and jury anymore, if we only need social media and the broadcasters, what world do we live in? Clarke said. Exactly. At what point did the broadcasters in the country become the judges, jury, and executioners of people, where social media controlled the world? Right? At what point did BAFTA decide they were no longer about films; they're about judging people? When they were empowered to, like everybody will be as powerful as you let them. Right? We give power away too easily. Right? Clarke has always denied the allegations. Is suing the Guardian and BAFTA for defamation. I hope he wins. He told Daily Mail that his lowest point, he was suicidal and was snapped out of it by his 1-year-old son. Up until that point, I've been waiting till the right moment to kill myself. I was out here done. I didn't care about anything. My mind was destroyed. And we've had to change the entirety of society. The entirety of society. We have to say that people with penises are girls and people with vaginas are men. We have to go against what used to be basic science. Why? Because some people might kill themselves. That was always the justification. They were gleeful for this guy to kill himself, right? They would love it.
Yeah, I believe you. I think you're right. I think there is a really nasty section of this fan base that is sitting there rubbing their hands and expecting somebody like Noel Clarke, who, of course, because he is a man of the left, publicly a man of the left,
right.
And the way they view it is that he has shown himself to be not who they thought he was,
right.
And therefore he must be brought to account. He must pay the ultimate price.
It's simple as that. Have you ever seen The Dark Crystal?
No.
Oh yeah. Okay. So there's a bit in the beginning where one of the bad guys are Skeksis. These like wraith-like aliens, monsters, right? One of them gets ejected, like gets banished, right? And the rest of them fall on him and they rip his clothes off, and they're just happy to be able to get someone, and that's all it is.
Yeah.
It's all it is, right?
Yeah, you're right.
So Clarke said, I'm not a predator. I've crossed the road to avoid walking behind women since I was 15 years old. I believe him. Don't you? I do that too.
Probably,
totally
yeah. I've done it, yeah.
Yeah, like you don't want to make people scared. Why? Right? I was trying to make myself look non-friendly. Hello, Daisy. Now Daisy's downstairs too. My cat's over here. He's very, very comfy. He's very comfy. Five. What else was I going to get to? I was going to. Do you want to go through Star Trek Brave New Worlds, or do you not want to be spoiled?
I haven't seen it yet. I've seen the first one, but I'm way behind. Good. I'm going to watch a couple tonight. I think I've got a night in front of the telly planned.
Okay, so fine. Let's do this instead. Let's look at the Orville. Let's look at a preview. That's coming up, I think, in a couple of days.
Yeah, a few days' time.
Okay, let me open the file. From this month's SFX magazine. There we go. Doink. But awesome. Yeah, that's like Strange New Worlds. I would love. I was saying before, I would love it if they would put Strange New Worlds, Discovery, and Picard on TV. You'll see instantly which one people like and which one they don't.
Which one they gravitate towards. It does seem to have a certain buzz around it, where Picard had that at the beginning until people actually watched it.
Oh, that's why I said I'm on episode 4 and Nurse Chapel is still hot.
She's not come out yet,
she's not wrapped in a burqa yet. So this month's SFX magazine, well, that's an embarrassing cover. Thankfully, it had 2 covers. That was I love to see which one sold more.
Yeah, I know which one I'd go for. It would definitely be the Orville.
Yeah, let's have a look. There's a nice feature previewing it. Like, firstly, like the special effects look lovely. The Joy of Seth.
Oh my god!
3 years, man. But again, I mean, like the new special effects look lovely, right? It all looks really nice. Fine. Let's see how long this goes on for. must skip stuff because I got a copyright strike for when I review my last SFX.
Yeah, you told me.
Oh man, that was a pain in the ass. Fine. Moving to New Horizons, moves to the network. Television Hulu states the Orville is now grander than ever, competing with the big lead along with some breathtaking new effects and scenes that will make you cry. The crucial difference is the production team are no longer constrained by regular episode length. Well, that's interesting. So I wonder how. I haven't seen any of Stranger Things. I really want. Okay, I want to take a lot of the day off, and I didn't manage it. But I really wanted to, and I just want to sit and watch Stranger Things. Have you seen any of it yet?
I haven't. No, I don't know when I'll get around to it because I think I was saying the other day, it's been so long since I watched any of the earlier episodes. I just can't remember what bloody happened.
I mean, basically, I should remember as we get. There's normally a recap. But they're saying like the episodes are like movie length each. I mean, right?
Yes, yeah.
Really?
Some of them are. Yeah, hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm like, oh. It seemed that because the show was going to be making such a uptick in scope that, and in many ways, it's going to feel like a reset. It was we want to do something special, said McFarlane. You had a new opening title, a new set, new costumes, new look. New aesthetic that's really competes in the world of streaming shows. I think it looked fine before, quite frankly. But fear not, the show is still the show, but with some new aspects to it. It's I love they got Brandon Braga on there.
Yeah,
where we're getting to the point in the third season where the kinds of story we wanted to tell are much more and more ambitious. Ambitious in scope than the first two seasons. Steph was feeling constrained by it. The show features a newly revamped Orville, new crew member on the bridge, and we think are bigger, more spectacular stories, not just in terms of visuals, but actions, but the emotions. I mean, basically, imagine if he did Next Generation with he's suddenly given a huge budget for Next Gen, Brandon Braga, right?
I think it's the kind of budget that he would have dreamt of for that show. I mean, at the time it looked really glossy, but now you can see how limited it was.
Right. I mean, it's actually, even when you watch it now, it's so dated. It really. I love the way Next Generation, when they come to ad break, they will walk across the bridge so they can all be like in the same right line for the. I've seen Riker and Wolf literally walk across the bridge so they can stand on either side of Picard.
Yeah, I've watched a few of them lately to cleanse the old palate, obviously.
Oh, it is good. But again, that's why I'm liking Brave New World, Strange New World. It feels like Star Trek, right? It feels like Star Trek doing Star Trek-y things.
Yeah, the pilot certainly did.
It's very derivative. I have to tell you, this last episode was really good, but it was Star Trek 2 mixed with what's that first Romulan one?
The Omega. The Omega Glory.
The one where the first one with Mark Leonard, where it was like
balance of terror.
Is that the one where they're looking for the bird of prey?
Yeah,
and they're trying to get each other.
I think so. Yeah,
that's the one where they jettison the body on some wreckage, right? Put Centurion's body through the exhaust tube, right? And so they can pretend they've been killed. Anyway. And so it's basically a mixture of those two. It introduces the Gorn, really, and plays them up as a great new villain, which I'll be really interested to see. Right? They really play up the Gorn nicely. And also, we're 4 episodes in, I'm getting to know the characters and like the characters, which is so important in Star Trek, right?
Well, if you remember, when I came on and we talked about the pilot, I came on this show on a Thursday. I mentioned the fact that I really liked everything apart from some of the cast. I found them really staid, and
they get better. Everybody gets better. Oh my God, they got 1 second. They have a Obi-Wan Kenobi article. Oh my God. Oh, do we want to look at that? Have you seen Obi-Wan Kenobi yet?
I have. I watched them both on Saturday and I loved it. I recorded I absolutely loved it, mate. Yeah, I really did.
I loved it until she shows up.
You know what? thought she was good as well. I did. I thought it was great.
Really? We beg to differ. I tell you.
I mean, I thought
she was awful.
I felt that she was a little. I didn't think she was the best actress in the world. I felt that I said last night, I did a stream about it, as you know, and I felt that she was trying to do contained menace and couldn't quite reach it. But I think physically she was
like angry. She was just like angry and bitchy with no apparent reason.
But yeah, okay, I just really enjoyed it
about her, which is why I do call her diversity casting. Right? They had a black woman in mind, which they wanted to film. This is a cool villain, right? This is a cool Sithy villain. And there's another cool Sith villain, and there's another cool Sith villain, and there's a black lady. What? One of these things is not like the other. Like, what? Can you give us some implants and stuff, make her look Sithy, or like give us some menace or something? She's just snarling and angry and just kind of stupid. So I can't stand her, and I couldn't. Baby, was it Baby Leia? I'm like, did you ever see my recap of it? Have you?
No, I haven't.
So I do the whole scene where Leia's running around, saying, basically, get back, you cunt! You're gonna get us killed! Oh my God, we're gonna die! What's wrong with you? God, both Luke and Leia are like most awful brat kids. I mean, look, Luke, stop playing on the bloody heart. Do the moisture evaporator. Give him the back of the hand.
I have to be honest. I thought she was wonderful, that actress. I loved it. I thought that the bond between her and Obi-Wan came along really well. I thought she evoked Carrie Fisher beautifully for a child of her age. I thought it was great fun. I did. I was completely won over by it.
No, for me, it felt like I was watching a Disney princess, and I was going to say, who wants to watch Disney? Who wants to watch Disney Princess, right? Because Disney Princess people don't want to see when people getting their hands cut off by a Sith in a courtyard and stuff like that. They don't want to see the Star Warsy stuff, right? And again, that whole opening sequence where you did the montage of the prequels, and then you had the Order 66 on the Jedi Temple, so good. Oh my God. That was the greatest ever. It's what we waited years and years to see. Yeah, that was fantastic. Yeah. Although clearly Reva was one of the girls who was running out at the beginning, right? Because it's her story, and that's why it starts off with her. And I think she's a dull
character. I suppose she must be one of the children there at the. Yeah, I suppose she must be. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I would hope she's got an arc of some sort. I think characters should.
I think they've already made her into a doll Mary Sue, right? I mean, it's already like I'm like not really that.
See, I'm just reading it as that she is a nasty woman who's gone into this system, is obsessed. And if anything, I consider her a bit of
her being the bestest ever.
It seems to me that she's like a pantomime villain, really, and the show, as far as I'm concerned, the show is largely. It's. I think I said to somebody earlier on, this show is not going to change the world. It's not going to change the face of TV, and it's not even going to change Star Wars. But I do feel that it is a great family adventure series that most people, I think, of any age group can sort of huddle around and watch together and be relatively thrilled by. And we get to see a hero doing relatively heroic things, clearly on his own journey. We get this child. We get Jeopardy. We get spectacle. And I know there's still a few left to go, but I think this could be really good. And
basically, whenever they didn't, I even liked a little bit of Baby Leia, right? I think the bits with Jimmy Smits I thought were really good. I love that stuff. But the tone was just not what I'm interested in at all, right? At all. This, however, have you heard about this coming out all very, very soon?
No. What's this?
Not the new series of Grange Hill. Midwest Cuckoos.
Oh, with Keely Hawes. Yeah, I'd seen a billboard for it. There are posters up everywhere for it here. I think it's on Sky Atlantic, but I wasn't sure when it was starting.
It's starting, I think on Saturday or Friday. Yeah, so let's have a look.
I do get a little tired of seeing Keely Hawes in absolutely everything. But
Everything.
other than that, yeah.
I mean, like she is the actress, right? The one they get to be actoring. And like, and here's a reason why Disney is evil. Like, really, a movie about Buzz Lightyear being gay? I mean, really, it's just really.
Oh, really?
Why?
You're joking? I had high hopes for that.
No, it's basically about him being gay.
So Buzz Lightyear is going to turn out to be gay.
Buzz Lightyear sucks dicks.
Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear likes to suck dicks.
Okay.
Now, is Buzz Lightyear a top or a bottom? You know, I would like to think he's a top, but that's just me for you, right? That's just me for you. That's my prejudicial view. This show I'm going to review and rip the piss out of. Okay. Oh my God, this deserves to be humbled. It's a bit small.
I'm avoiding that.
I don't know how we have to get through it though. In all fairness,
I wanted it to be good, but it looks like a bit of a car crash, and yeah, I've got no intention of wasting time watching that one.
So this show was made. This character was invented by this woman on screen, Summer Amanat, who is a close friend of the Clintons, as a political appointee, and they very much wanted a Palestinian Muslim superhero, and so they made Kamala Khan, right? And she, the first graphic novel with her was actually very, very good. I have to tell you, written by Willow Wilson, really, really good. Really, I get you an idea what it's like being a Muslim girl. It was like compelling. I liked it a lot. Then it became about being a Muslim, like just being stunning and brave, and became a Mary Sue, right? Really, really boring character. And it fails over and over and over and over again, right? It keeps.
Well, haven't they relaunched the title about 6 times, just again, like Captain Marvel?
Yeah, nobody's interested in this, right? And so they made the comic book, which lost money and nobody's interested in, so they could make this TV. It's all about making this TV show, making the MCU. Like, honestly, who on earth is interested in any way in the new MCU?
I think they're going to struggle finding an audience for this. I'd like to see a family Marvel show with a young hero, with a young new hero. It doesn't really matter which gender they are. But yeah, true. So I think the scope for a show like that, I just have the sinking feeling that it could have been this, but I don't think it's going to be, judging on what I've seen so far.
What was the general feedback for Kenobi?
Well, on
your show last night.
Well, Terry felt somewhere in the middle. He wasn't as optimistic as I was, but he enjoyed it too. He was. Terry's a big Star Wars guy, as I'm sure a lot of you people know. You know, right. He cosplays. He walks around dressed as a stormtrooper for fun at the weekend, all that kind of thing. And Ian Diaz.
You're up for that. You're up for it, Ben.
Ian Diaz just didn't watch it.
No. Oh, this is a comment. Here's a commentary I'd like to hear.
Yeah, he just didn't. He just decided it was not for him. I suppose.
He's never going to watch it. He hasn't watched it yet. He's out. He's not going to watch it. He says he feels that he's out with everything Disney Star Wars. No, I can respect that. Yeah, you got to pick your battles, haven't you? I enjoyed Moon Knight a lot, but I'm not going to sully that with watching Miss Marvel, for example. I got through the first 2 or 3 episodes of Moon Knight, and I missed it, and I got it on my hard drive ready to watch, and I can't bring myself to do it.
It got a lot. Well, it just got deeper as it went along. I liked it from the start, if I'm honest, but it got much better as it went along. Oscar Isaac is fantastic in that show. I've always liked him, but he's brilliant in that.
Yeah, no, he also again. What I saw wasn't bad. And did it ever have any connective tissue to the MCU?
None at all.
That perfect. That's what you need, right? That's entirely what you need.
That's why. That's a big reason why I enjoyed it so much.
Fine, I will finish watching it then. Not just on that news, right? That's.
It was a hybrid of lots of the different versions of the comic. You know, I know. Like, I've read various runs of it over the years, and it did suffer a bit that they didn't. I think they tried to make it something that could please everybody, or the real fans, and make something that normies could watch too. And they were partly successful. But obviously, when you try and tap into every little aspect of a character that's had, say, 3, maybe 4 iterations over the last nearly 50 years, you're always reaching for something that's slightly out of your grasp, I think. But generally speaking, I thought it was really good. There was a potential to get woke in there. There was a female character who had that potential, but again, she was so well acted, and that I was sort of won over by her too. So yeah, I thought it was a great show.
About Princess Leia.
Now I'm talking about this character in Moon Knight.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm phased out for a second. I am not well. Generally speaking, when I didn't come on your show last night, I was starting to feel run down. Anyway, what was it? I'm gonna I'm gonna quickly go with what I got coming up. And you can tell me what you got coming up. Cool. What's going tomorrow? I think we're going to do this tomorrow, the third in the series. What was he thinking? What was he thinking? Chris Chibnall on his final failed year of Doctor Who. They made me do another year of Doctor Who despite COVID. And this time I thought it'll be interesting to do an unintelligible mess. The kids will love it. Basically. I don't understand how they're telling themselves this wasn't awful. Right? I don't know how you front this out. This is so embarrassing.
Well, apparently,
Brave New World. I guess I'll do Strange New World. I guess I'll do it on the Thursday stream. Sorry, yes.
According to Charlotte Shields, she said, and she actually watched this, which she's braver than I am. Chris Chibnall put out a 15-minute video explaining what Flux was all about.
Some of the fell points. Right? That's not a ringing endorsement now, is it?
No.
1 second. Am I doing? Sapporo, Ninja's right here next to me, asleep. Yeah, 1 second. Give me a second. Wait. Let me turn my camera off.
Okay.
I was wondering how long it was going to take you to come and get him. Come on, Ninja. Here, 1 second. Just let me hand over. Come on, Ninja. Okay, fine. I heard you come home like an hour ago. I felt bad. I was going to end the stream and bring him upstairs, and I decided, nah. He was so comfy here. He was just sitting. Yeah, well, yeah, he totally looks comfy now as he struggles for life. Run, Ninja, run! The crazy cat lady's back. So where was that? Yeah, so sorry, Charlotte was saying, oh yeah, put out 15-minute video. So we got that. I think I put that. This I've been waiting to put out for a while, or maybe you're not. This is fantastic, mate. Fan-freaking-tastic. It's worth the $4.99 for the month for Disney Plus. It is so good.
I've not even heard of this. Adam Scott, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's fantastic in it. I don't want to spoil it for you, but because the first half hour you don't know what's going on. Are they dead? Are they alive? It's creepy as hell. And then when you find out what it's about, which is about 40 minutes in, then it gets really interesting, right? And it's got Adam Scott. It's got John Turturro in it, who's brilliant, and Crystal Walken, also brilliant. Who else is in it? And Patricia Arquette. It's such a bizarre workplace drama. It's such a strong recommend, right? Such a strong recommend.
Is it a limited series of 5 or 6, or is it something that's going to run around?
No, it's like a 9-part series, and it ends on just an insanely good cliffhanger. Oh my god!
I've not even heard of this.
Sorry,
I've not even heard of this one.
It's insanely good, right?
I'll give it a look.
It's so compelling. Right? One of the few things I've binge watched. So I got that coming up. At some point, I got to do my Mission Impossible trailer reaction, which is basically me geeking out at Mission Impossible, saying how much I like it.
Yeah, they're wonderful, aren't they?
Look, Tom Cruise should run Hollywood. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
And then, conversely, we have the Thor: Love and Thunder trailer. Oh my god! Oh
yeah, I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to watch this piece of S. I'm not.
By Odin's beard, this has aged badly and it hasn't even been released yet. So true.
Yeah, it has really. It's as if it should have come out
so
about 3
true.
years ago.
It's so true. It's so true. Yeah. See, this is why I think the whole age of toxicity is coming to an end, right? Because they can't.
I was saying that to Ian last night. Ian doesn't believe it is, but I think it is too.
It can't sustain itself, right? It's I mean, look, it was okay when Trump was around and there was like tons of money and everyone was doing well, right? Then people will get caught up in the data cloud of evil, right? Once they can't afford to eat or have gas, electricity for a couple of days, we're 3 meals away from revolution. Is it 3 meals or 5? I think 3 meals away from revolution, right? And we're heading there. The whole age of woke is gonna be an embarrassment, right? People will deny they were, because it's gonna be an embarrassment. That's why I think it's coming to an end.
Fair play. Yeah, I did too. I think they've just run out of other people's money to burn.
That's the other thing, right? I mean, look, I don't know how they're making. I mean, I do know how they're making a third season of Picard and a fifth of Discovery because that was baked in, right? They got the money they got was to make those, right? It's already baked in, but no one's making new decisions to make more of this crap. I mean, Man Who Fell to Earth. Remember we watched that trailer together?
It looked unbelievably bad.
And it crashed and burned horribly. Right?
I'm not remotely surprised, and it serves Alex Kurtzman right for being so ruthlessly exploitative in that. Didn't they cast Bill Nighy in David Bowie's part? Oh, just
no, not Bill Nighy. Christopher Ewerford, or whatever his name is.
No, he plays a new alien. Chiwetel Ejiofor plays a new alien. The original alien.
I thought it was like a reboot. So Bill Nighy.
No, it's a sequel. It's a sequel series to the film.
Don't touch it. What the hell? A sequel? You out your bloody mind, mate? No.
I'll tell you what, though.
A bad idea.
Yeah, I think that another Kurtzman turd, just like his Silence of the Lambs series from a couple of years ago, that he can't seem to get it right. Oh dear, oh dear. When he's left to his own devices.
I didn't know it was a Kurtzman series. Now it all makes sense.
The pieces fall into place, don't they? And the pieces.
Paramount apparently sponsored a underage drag queen disco or something, like some real pervy thing, group thing. Paramount Plus, and then maybe it's just a show. There's a underage drag queen show coming. It's just all this.
Oh my God! What? Now you see. Now you hit me with Buzz Lightyear being gay, and then now you tell me that they're making this show. Now, I've got. Nobody can ever accuse me of being homophobic, but Buzz Lightyear is a children's hero. Sexual orientation does not figure in that character remotely. As for underage drag queen, no, just no. That it's grooming children has got to stop.
Also, Penquist, how you doing? I want to ask you. You need to subscribe to Apple TV Plus, but you can watch it on anything. You can watch it on your phone, on you don't need an Apple device. So worth $4.99. Okay, so worth $4.99. When is this? And when you go? Come back.
Oh! Hang on. Where am I? Oh, hang on.
Now we're looking at that. A bit you didn't have any like weird porn playing.
Yes. So when's this and what's going on? Yes, this is Thursday at 8:00 UK time. I'm too lazy to get the American Australian time. UK time at 8:00.
3 o'clock. What time is it now? What time am I? What's it? I am 5 or I am noon, right? So I'm noon. So you're 3 o'clock, right? 8 o'clock is 3 o'clock.
Around that, yeah.
Coast or noon on the West Coast.
And I think it's 5 o'clock in the morning for the Aussies there. But yeah, this is Type 40 Live back again for another season. They've let us out. Yes, YouTube may shadow ban us, but we're not going to let that stop us. So we're back for another season of this. 8 o'clock from 8 o'clock on my channel. God, I can't speak. on the Spacebook channel for the usual magazine mix of all things Who. So we've got the nostalgia, we've got laughs, we've got some general discussions about what's gone on in the last few weeks since the last show, and we've got some funky artwork and lots more beside.
I do, after I do my show, I enjoy chilling out to your show, right?
Thank you.
Is a good way to run. It's a fun. And so I love the commercials. They're always awesome, right? I always enjoy them.
Yes.
And I also like what's the name doing the This Week in Doctor Today in Doctor Who, right? We're doing This Week in History. Always interesting, right?
Simon with the Doctor Who. Simon will be back with the Doctor Who diary. He's moved house in the last few weeks, so he's all settled in. And the diary will be to hand, so that's definitely back. More Doctor Who as the ad breaks back too. I found another few little morsels, so I'll be dotting those in. Everything's had most things have had a bit of a facelift. We're looking at things again because some of the shows do really overrun. We're going to try and make sure we get it in at around the 2-hour mark and just have a lot of fun, really. So obviously this is themed. It's going to be a bit of a Jubilee theme. So Doctor Who and the Queen over the years, that kind of thing. And we'll be talking about what's gone on in the last few days, different rumours that are coming out about past Doctors, and generally having a big old catch-up, not just with one another, because lots of us on the panel haven't spoke to one another in a while. So we'll be catching up with one another and with everybody in the chat. So yeah, come and join us in the comment section, in the live chat on YouTube or Facebook there on Thursday from 8 o'clock.
I will be there. By the way, you mentioned about YouTube shadow banning you. I've worked something out, all right?
Yes.
I had it was an epiphany. I worked something out. Suddenly, over the last few days, my growth has really crawled and went backwards. Right, I lost a bunch of subscribers. Like, what's going on? It's really slowing down. Then I realized because I was banned for a week, right, about a month or so ago. It must be the algorithm repeats what you've done.
I see.
Right. So because I had nothing going on for a week, right, it went so it's repeating that. That's echoing.
Yeah.
So I got
very complicated.
I've got to buff that out.
Yeah, every time I ask for more subscribers, I always lose 2 or 3. So yeah, don't subscribe.
I don't think, okay, here's what I don't understand. You always have more viewers than me, right? Watching live, 100% you always do, right? And you still have under 1,000 subscribers. I do not understand.
Yeah, we had on the last couple of shows, we had hundreds of people watching those, and the big Easter special as well.
They are huge shows.
Oh. Thank you. It takes a lot of putting together, but I really, really enjoy it. And people say nice things about it, which obviously you know how that feels when people say nice things about the things you do. So it's always it always goes down well, doesn't it? So yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I have to tell you, I haven't replied yet. I got in contact. I was looking at the Tarek distributors. We would do the fake annuals, which I think is really fun and cool.
Oh yeah.
So I just went to their website to check it out, and you go to their Facebook group. So I joined the group. The guy who runs the group said, "Oh my god, I'm such a fan!" So hopefully he's coming on the show, and we're because they got a Colin Baker one coming out, season 22 one, I think, right now, which is going to be perfect because we've got season 22 coming out. Cannot wait, mate. Cannot wait.
You have fans everywhere. I've told you. I've got this guy who's joined our shows. He's recording podcasts with us now and again. And he said to me, he was telling me, "Have you seen the Rabbi? He's fantastic." So we're going to bring you together on a show, hopefully over the summer. Yeah. You'll love him. He's a wealth of old anecdotes about fandom in the 70s and the 80s. A really nice guy and a creative thinker as well, just like you are. So I think you'll get on famously.
Okay. There's a comment from P.D. Rich about Buzz Lightyear. Emperor Zerg version was Buzz's first boyfriend and used to pound him hard. Well, that's good to know. That is good to know. Every kid wants to know that. Fine. I think with that, hearty recommendation, I'm going to hit the end broadcast button. I'm going to hit it again. Man.